So the FBI did an interview, and they interviewed all the cop killers throughout the United States. They went to every prison, and they spoke to the cop killers, and they asked the cop killers. They said, "Why did you kill the cop?" And basically, it all came down to the way they were presenting themselves. Mm-hmm. The uniform, were they sloppy? Were they out of shape? Were they, just not taking control of the situation? So the basic thing is you want to make sure that you take control of the situation, that you're professional looking, that your uniform is clean, and your demeanor is authoritative and everything of that nature. Because if it's not, then somebody will look at you and think that they can take you down. Now the same thing, a state trooper, when a state trooper pulls somebody over, their uniform is sharp, they put on the brim hat, they walk up there with a very authoritative manner. The demeanor is very authoritative. So you have to be very authoritative when you're out there. You gotta be professional. And that's one thing. Now, when approaching a vehicle, when you approach on the passenger side and I approach on the driver's side, like you see in the video, you want to make sure a lot of times you pull the trunk to see if the trunk is unlatched. Sometimes there's perps that are laying inside the trunk because they know that if they committed a crime and they get pulled over, the person that's in the trunk, well, that's what perps do. So now, if you walk alongside of the vehicle, you have your hand on your gun, it shows the individual that you are ready to take action if the officer feels that their life is in danger. Now, when you approach the passenger side, you're busy looking at the passenger. If there's a passenger in the front, just make sure that there's nobody laying around in the back. A lot of times with tinted windows, one recommendation is that if you're out there driving a vehicle with tinted windows and the police pull you over, just roll down all your windows, turn the interior lights on, and put your hands on the steering wheel. It will make everybody's life easier. They feel safe, you're gonna feel safe. If I'm an officer, this is now for police officers. When I was a police officer in New York, I went one step further. When I pulled the vehicle over, went up to the vehicle, got the driver's license and registrations, what I would do is I would get the registration driver's license, I would get back in my vehicle, and I would actually back up my vehicle about 40 yards back, maybe even 20 yards back. Because what happens is, a lot of times when you pull a vehicle over, you're really pretty close, and you see it all the time. There's maybe like 5-10 feet distance between the two cars, if anything. You want to create distance because when you're busy issuing and writing the summons down, the citation, you're taking down the information, you're looking down a lot of the times. And that's too close of a distance that you allow that person that you don't realize or know that is wanted for a crime. So what you do is you create that distance. I pull back at least 20 yards, 30 yards if feasible. And this way, I give myself that distance so that that person is going to think twice about, well, I'm not going to run all the way over there to shoot this cop. I might as well just keep it quiet, just hide and see, get my ticket and leave. So that's what my recommendation to cops is to, once you get in the vehicle, just get in the habit of reversing that car all the way back, further away from the vehicle. It's just a little extra step. It goes a long way and it'll save your life.